Hi y'all, Austin here with Outer World Media. Welcome back to another weekly update. I know this one's a little later than normal, but you know what? Better late than never, I guess. Me and the wife went out of town for the weekend, went over to the DFW Metroplex area and whatnot, and I gotta say, I kind of miss over there, and then when we go over there and visit, I come back and I'm like, I don't miss the traffic at all. I don't miss the standstill, bumper to bumper, 15, 20 minutes of not moving at all, and then you move maybe a couple hundred yards due to traffic. But again, guys, welcome back to another weekly update. Yes, I know there's going to be comments down below. I did get a haircut and I trimmed the beard a little bit. My wife got tired of me looking like I was the newest member of ZZ Top, or that I looked like I was trying to audition for Duck Dynasty. Don't get me wrong, I love both ZZ Top and Duck Dynasty, but you know what? Making my wife happy is more important than me than looking like I fit in with those shows. But again, guys, let's get into it. Just the weekly update. What have I been reading? We'll start off there. Well, I did. Pick up and I did finish Don't Fear the Reaper by Mr. Stephen Graham Jones. Look for a review later this week at some point. I'm not sure the exact day. What I will say, I thought I remembered a good chunk of this book, and there's a twist or two that I thought I remembered. I remembered one of them, but yeah, so this book is very, very good. I've been, I finished it on Thursday. I've been kind of sitting on it, marinating it in my head. Do I think this is a 4 or 5 star review? What do I think? 3, 2, 1 star? Like what? And look out for that review, and I'll tell you what I think it is there. What I will say is Mr. Jones does not disappoint with the mid book slump by any means. If you've seen Scream 2, for example, I really enjoy that one. A lot of people do. I think this was on par. So far, this trilogy is on par with the first 3 Scream movies. I happen to love all 3 of the original trilogy movies for Scream. I know some people don't like the third, but you know what? Again, I would say this is on par with that trilogy. If that tells you anything, if you're a horror fan. If not, it's good. I did continue reading Stephen King's It. I am currently about 370 something pages into it to show you guys here real quick. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm having a little bit of an issue because I'm trying to read like 180 pages a week of this, which is not that many pages in all honesty. It's not. But at the same time, I'm trying to read like 2 other books within a time frame within a week if I can possibly. So that's kind of taking a little bit of time away from this, but I'm enjoying this. I will say it's a little bit more gorier than I remember it being. I don't think I'm spoiling anything, but there's like a giant scene with the bird that I read, and I remember reading that when I tried reading this the time before, and I didn't really care for it. But you know what? He's taking his time. He's introducing us to the kids, to the Losers Club, and I'm really enjoying it. And again, just trying to fly through these other books is taking a little bit of time away from this one. But again, you know what? It's Stephen King. I'm enjoying it. I'm taking my time with it. If it takes me longer than October to finish it in this month, you know what? So be it. I don't want to burn out on that book. But again, that probably brings us to what am I going to read this week? Well, obviously, I'm going to continue on with Stephen King's It. I think I just said enough about this. Like I said, going to take my time with that and try not to, again, burn out on that. I feel like that's a lot of people will try, big chunkers like that. They'll try and rush through, and I feel like at least me, I feel like I get burned out on it. That's actually a pretty good idea for a video. I might have to remember that one. Somebody down in the comments remind me. But again, y'all are probably asking, well, what else are you going to read? You can't just read one book for the week and not finish it, Austin. Well, that's true. I can't do it. I ordered a couple books. One is a couple subscribers wanted me to read this. This was in the poll for, the horror book for the month to start it off, and I ended up buying it. I was like, you know what? They're saying it's awesome. I need to read it. So I picked up Ira Levin's Rosemary's Baby. I ordered this from Amazon. I started this like Thursday night. I finished Don't Fear the Reaper really late and whatnot. And me and my wife left Friday, so I thought I'd read a little bit of this book. I only got about like 15 pages into it, 10 pages, sorry, 10 pages into it. And what I will say, it's been a few days since I picked the book up. We didn't get back till late yesterday, Sunday, on Sunday. What I will say about this is I can already feel the, eeriness of this book, and that's what I've been told about this book. And I'm going to read the description here for those of you who don't know what Rosemary's Baby is. So this is the blurb on the back. Sorry. Rosemary Woodhouse and her struggling actor husband Guy are thrilled to move into the Branford, a sought-after Manhattan apartment building prized for its Victorian detail and gargoyle facade. Yet, as they learn of the darker side to the building's history and become acquainted with the overly attentive neighbors, the Castavets, unspoken tension enters into the young couple's relationship. Matters improve when Guy lands a major role and Rosemary at last becomes pregnant. But as her pregnancy takes frightening turns, Rosemary begins to question if her neighbor's heightened interest is strictly innocent, or if their motivations and those of Guy himself portend terrified consequences for her and her unborn child. Is Rosemary going mad or going insane? I've never seen the movie. I know the movie is a classic. I think this is rated. This book is rated like one in the top 25 scariest books of all time. I know the movie is highly, highly revered. And again, when I was younger, I read Pet Sematary, and that everybody talks about how in Pet Sematary, it's scarier as you become a parent and whatnot. What you would do if something happened to your kid and whatnot, which is scary. But the idea that, this lady, it seems like she's having a kid. I mean, obviously it tells us that in the description. But that there might be something alternative motives with some other people. And the fact that she's having a baby, that just sounds a little bit more creepier to me, I guess is the best way to put it, and more eerie. Again, I'm within the first 10 pages. I'm like 10 pages in, and I can already feel like, okay, this does definitely have a sense of dread and eeriness with this book. This is only like a 200 something page, less than 260 pages, so I don't think it'll take me long to read this book this week. So again, super excited to get an early jump on spooky season and whatnot as far as that goes. The next thing that I want to try and start this week is a fellowship read that I'm doing with Hyden Reed. Who I gotta say, he's putting out some great videos here lately. Great videos. I just saw his little haul or whatever, collection pickup, whatever you want to call it, that he picked up over in the East Coast, down like Virginia or wherever he was. Some awesome books there. Go check out his video and go check out his channel. But he had put out a video for spooky season reads like 2 months ago. I'd made the request for the video, hey, what were some books that you would recommend, for spooky season, for Halloween? And he put out a video, and one of the books, I was like, I really have been wanting to read that for so long, but I didn't ever jump on it. And not that long ago, like a couple weeks ago, about a couple weeks ago, sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained here, he posted a video saying, these are books that I would want to fellowship read with people. And that book was on there. And it's a reread for him, first time read for me. But I sent him a comment saying, hey, I would more than happily fellowship read that with you. And his response was, yeah, I kind of figured. I kind of had this hinted that maybe you might want to. And he was right. And that is a horror classic. It is Clive Barker's The Hellbound Heart. For those of you who don't know what this is, let me read the little description here on the back. Frank Cotton's insatiable appetite for the dark pleasures of pain led him to the puzzle of sorry guys, I know how to say it, but reading it is just the lament configuration box, and from there to a death only sick-minded soul could invent. But his brother's love-crazed wife Julia has discovered a way to bring Frank back. Though the price will be bloody and terrible, and there will certainly be hell to pay. This is the premise for Hellraiser. If you have not seen the Hellraiser movies, I'm going to do a video. Spooky season's coming up. I'm going to do a video on it. I will say it's not for everybody. I absolutely love the first 3 movies. The 4th one I like too. But, this looks like a short little novella. I mean, it's like 160 something pages. I mean, it's short, sweet, to the point. I feel like this is one I could probably read in a day, sitting down. So again, not a whole lot, of reading. Well, a lot. I got 3 books I'm trying to read this week. But as far as page count, not a whole lot. Probably between these two add up to what Don't Fear the Reaper is. But again, guys, like I said, nothing but strictly horror on the radar this week. Again, spooky season is coming, so I'm trying to jump on that and whatnot. But I will say I'm gonna have I have a set of books coming in this week that I'm gonna do an unboxing for you guys and whatnot. Kind of give me a little palate cleanser between now and then. So if I finish, depending on how quickly I finish those first two books, I may try to fit that in this week. I don't know. Again, at this point, I'm just going with the flow. I've already finished what I had set for the month. So, if something else comes up that I want to read, I might just rearrange some things. But these are definite reads for this week. Even if I have to put Stephen King's It on the back burner again, I absolutely want to try and finish these two this week. Like I said, that's what I have coming up on to watch and whatnot. Just kind of gonna give y'all a little bit of updates. PSA, if you haven't noticed, and Kevin over at Kevin Toll Reads beat me to the announcement. They have announced that the Salem's Lot adaptation will be on HBO Max, or I guess Max is what they're calling it now. So I don't know why I'm looking over here to the side, but that is coming on. I think the 3rd or 4th of October. So I'm super excited for that. Let me know down in the comments if you're going to, watch that. If you're just going to subscribe just so you can be able to watch that. I know they have some decent scary movies on HBO Max, But again, super excited for that. Can't wait for that. Just let y'all know some video ideas I have coming up here soon. Like I said, spooky season is right around the corner. We are like 2 weeks away from it. A week or two actually away. So gonna have some videos out for that and whatnot. Super excited for that. Like I said, gonna have a unboxing video within the next day or two for you guys as well. But again, that is it, guys. That is the weekly update. I hope y'all are having a good one. As always, let me know down in the comments. What are you guys reading? What are you watching? Do you have any plans for spooky season, whether it's something to watch, a recommendation? I'm always looking for recommendations when it comes to the Halloween season and whatnot. I always try to watch 31 horror movies within the month. If I can watch more, I definitely want to. But again, guys, let me know down in the comments, what are you reading? Let me know how y'all's weekend went. Hope y'all are staying safe and hope y'all have a good week.